Right, good, I got the email. Right. So, I have two more pixel art pieces planned. Both of these are finally going to be my own thing. I am still using reference images, but for once I'm not trying to copy one for one. Neither of these are Pokemon either. We're doing Madeline Celeste Double Jump, and we are doing a Luma from Super Mario Galaxy. We'll do Madeline first because I want to bundle them together. So I just re-downloaded Celeste, and I took a 30-second clip of Madeline doing various movements. And when I took that clip, I went frame by frame. I found a couple frames I liked. I picked out my favorite one, and we're gonna do that. The good thing is, Madeline is very simple color-wise. The one problem we have is the skin color again, which is probably just gonna be sand. Let me take a look at the color index. It probably is just get sand. A block of iron ore would actually work pretty well. That kinda sucks. I wish I'd known that before. Oh, cherry blossom logs. Cherry blossom logs would actually work. Right, so cherry blossom. Oh, also apparently calcite. Okay. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Alright, 10 cherry blossom. I might have that. Alright. Hopefully this is enough. 10 cherry blossom. I think planks were good. White terracotta, calcite, cherry. Cherry planks. Cherry planks, log, vertical, stripped log, wood, stripped wood. Oh yeah, so... Okay, here we go. So, yeah. And then we need some sand. Just a little bit of sand. The Luma is probably the easiest of all of these, but it's also going to be the only one where, to an extent, I will be improvising. I have several reference images, but I don't quite like any of them 100%, so I'm going to kind of fuse a couple of them together. So raising our ambitions a little bit. Madeline is going to be dashing down onto Garchomp's head, so I do need to kind of plan this out. I do need to plan out where exactly we're putting it. Oh shit, I don't have a thing. Excuse me. Okay, for a moment I thought I was broken. What? I believe both Madeline and Valuma do have black outlines. We should still have enough left for them. Um, Thankfully, they only need it strictly for the outlines. Neither of them have anything like on the inside. Black only for the outline. So we shouldn't need as much as we did for previous things. Not to mention they're simpler shapes. Obviously, eventually my goal would be to fill up this entire map with art. Of course, it'd be great. The more maps we can fill out, the better. But obviously, I don't know if I have the endurance to fucking just make fucking map art until the end of time. Because I like this, but it's not. I can see myself getting bored of this fairly soon. Honestly, I think we should start inviting even more people into a realm. So I asked my American friend. Obviously, still veto everyone that comes in. We can like expand this shit. I did briefly consider. I googled Madeline Celeste poses. I found this really cool art where they took Madeline's hair. It was probably a mod, a screenshot from a mod. They took Madeline's hair and they turned it into a rainbow. And it looked so cool, and for I almost went with it. My one problem is just that I want Madeline to be dashing. In that image, she wasn't. I could still adapt a rainbow idea. I could, but I don't think I will. We do need a fair bit of pink for this. We're gonna need a fair bit of blue. Gonna need a fair bit of cyan. Honestly, I don't know, but better to just take every shade of blue. That should be more than enough. Most of it should be blue wool, I think. I don't know. Let me take a second look. Yeah, probably just blue and light blue. I'll still take all of them, but probably just blue and light blue. Alright, one thing I'm worried about is Madeline does have several shades of brown in her trousers, jeans, wherever those are. She does have several shades of brown. We don't have several shades of brown to work with. So we're going to take that, and we're going to take grey. Also going to take light grey. We're doing her with pink hair, of course. Also need to take some white. I want to give her like a little trail effect behind her. Like the line she has when dashing normally, because of course we're gonna have to do that in some form. So a stack of white. I don't have any of my fucking dirt on me. Yeah, mate. And now we need to go up to a base. Get some dirt. Some dirt and some sand. I think we literally need... I think literally 6 blocks of sand will be enough. Madeline is not very big. Both of these two are, I think, smaller bits. Which is why I picked them to do later in the night. So I think they should be quicker. I do hope Alfie won't be disappointed and was expecting it to just be Pokemon. I went with Sylveon first, because of course I did. It's my favourite Pokemon, it's my favourite colour palette. It's my first try, so a sprite from boxes is fairly simple, so it's a really good idea to start with that. Then it's just kind of extending from there. And yet, if the whole resource gathering part, figuring out what materials to use, weren't a factor, I absolutely would start building Catherine, and it'd be like a multi-day project. I would have started that like this evening, probably. But I don't know if I want to do it. Just because I know it'd be a lot of work. A lot of not fun work, a lot of tedious shit. God, it looks cool. One thing I really do hope they fix is how, if you look down at the water and look up, it's fucking blue. That's so stupid. That's such a fucking Unreal Engine fucking type of thing to do. That's the exact kind of thing Unreal Engine would do and be like, look at these amazing graphics, guys. It's like, yeah. Like, the detail is off the charts, but it doesn't make any fucking sense. It only works if you don't go outside and you don't know what the real world actually looks like. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna steal 2 stacks of dirt. I'll bring them back. And I want 1 stack of sand. I shouldn't need more than a couple. I know they have sand here. Great. So it should only be a couple of these. I will return everything, and I will come back separately for materials for Luma. Luma's shape is fairly simple, the colours are extremely simple. There's black, white, yellow, and then like golden yellow. And so the main challenge with Luma is finding out how to do the gradient on Luma. Because Luma starts out being like a deep gold at the bottom and then becomes like a vibrant yellow towards the top. Literally a star. They're literally baby stars. So I need to find a way to do that. because none of the reference images I have that in a way I'm happy with. So that's a part I'm kind of improvising with. And yeah, I would have hoped to like get one of the like for Luma waving, but we don't. Can we get Super Mario Galaxy 3, please? Please, oh my god, why don't we have Super Mario Galaxy 3? You can't just make the best 3D platformer ever and then do it again and then just say, nah, we're not going to do it a third time. Like, what? What is that logic, Nintendo? We want to give you more money. Oh man, the new Donkey Kong, I'm pissed. Because, like, Mario doesn't have a story, right? It does not. But there is a little bit of Mario lore. A little bit. Right? I'm pretty sure it is like officially established in Mario lore that the Donkey Kong in Donkey Kong Country Returns and Donkey Kong Country original, I think as well, is not the Donkey Kong in the original arcade machine. The Donkey Kong in the original arcade Donkey Kong game is Cranky Kong in Donkey Kong Country. He's the old one. And of course, in Donkey Kong Arcade, Pauline was a grown-ass woman. So, having Donkey Kong in Donkey Kong Bonanza be looking after a baby Pauline the same way Yoshi looked after baby Mario in Yoshi's Island is sweet and all. It's not sweet. I don't think it's sweet. Donkey Kong later fucking kidnaps her, so I don't get what's going on with that. That's weird with Nintendo. Don't know why you're going that narrative, but cool. So yeah, they're doing that. So first of all, I just find it weird that they're doing it. But also, it breaks the fucking Mario lore, which is a sentence I never thought I would say. But it does not make sense in the timeline. Because that can't be Donkey Kong. That has to be Cranky Kong then. And why does he kidnap her later? It doesn't... I can't believe I'm saying this, but you've broken the Mario lore. I don't remember where that was stated. It's like, I could be wrong, but I am quite sure it's stated somewhere that Donkey Kong in Country Returns and Tropical Freeze, and every other modern Mario game, Donkey Kong in every game except the original arcade game is not actually the same character. I don't remember if Jumpman is also supposed to be the same person as Mario. Point is, there's one tiny bit of Mario lore, and we managed to get it wrong. So I'm not excited for a new Donkey Kong game. I mean, of course not. I don't even have a Switch 2, so I'm not getting it. I'm not interested in getting a Switch 2. The new Mario Kart does look fucking awesome. And for once, I'm actually, like, interested in Mario Kart. I can't lie. But it's not enough to make me get a Switch 2. If they make Super Mario Galaxy 2, Super Mario Galaxy 3, I will get a Switch 2. Pretty much immediately. It's a system seller. Super Mario Galaxy 3 to a Switch 2 would be what Halo was to original Xbox. What the hell? Okay, for a moment I thought that was actually a building. It's just a cloud? Is it just a cloud? It still looks a lot like a building. Okay, I was very confused for a moment. Yeah, I couldn't see my stuff on the shoreline either, but it's here. Okay. I was scared. We're gonna have to do a little bit of geometry first to figure out where we're gonna start, Madeline. But after that, I think it should be fairly smooth sailing. Two stacks of blackstone should be enough. Oh no. What was... It looked like there's a fucking hair on my screen. I think it might just been like a little block highlight. Strange. Alright. So we want it to be above Garchomp's head, going into him. This is about where a locator map would actually be useful. Right, if this is his eye, okay, I think right here this is a good place to start. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, bosh. We may break this trend of Luma. I don't know if I'll be able to get Luma to be this close to Madeline. But I do want them to be together. My two favourite platforms. My favourite 2D and my favourite 3D. Things like Super Mario Odyssey is cool and all. It's undeniable how incredibly fun Super Mario Odyssey is, unless you're Joseph Anderson and you try to defend the opinion that it's the opposite. I still think that's not one of Joseph Anderson's best videos, because he bases the entire thing off of a false premise. He makes up a premise for his argument, which actually, that doesn't make sense. Everyone makes up a premise for their argument. He makes up a premise for his argument with no basis, and then argues off of that basis, even though that basis is just not right. And so his entire video is ranting from this incredibly flawed perspective, and so the entire video is just slop. It's just completely wrong. Alright. I think for Madeline's like shoes, we just do like one white dot. Boom. Let's do the outline first, alright, so bosh, bosh, bosh. 4. Let's do white again. We can change that if need be. We can change it to something else. For now it's white. Brown. Watched the episode of Black Mirror where there's a fucking werewolf. Not a fan of that idea. I think that's really stupid. I think that's an awful direction for Black Mirror to go in. I hope there's not a single other supernatural episode of the series, because I think it's not good. I think it worked in Bandersnatch, but because it was the entire point of Bandersnatch. You know what, from that perspective I can understand their hate for Bandersnatch, because it wasn't really about technology. It involved video games, but that was it. It was a philosophical episode. Right, this is grey. That's actually triple there. This is where the hair starts. The pink colour might be slightly off. It'll be fine. Also, yeah, that's crazy. Like, literally, these are Madeline's shoes. This is her trousers. Body, head. She's way smaller than the others. It's a little bit hard to make out the art because it's the in-game screenshot I took. So it's not the highest quality image. I think it's just another double here. That feels a little too angular. Have I done that right? I think it'll look better once we actually fill out all of her hair. Right now we're only seeing the left side of it and the underside. We haven't got the top and the right side of it yet. I think it'll look more balanced then. Three. Two. Now, I am intending to just leave her hair as pastel pink, but we could add like a little bit of purple in there to make it more dynamic. Right, that's 1, 2, and it's another 3. 3, 2, 3, and 1. Then, holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. It's 1 drop down. Okay, and then 2. Okay. So here I think we use light grey. Then to put 2 black down. 2 black here. And then 2 black here. This is her hand. Okay, I forget. Was Cherry the lighter part or the darker part? It's the darker part. This is grey. Double cherry here. Right, and 1, 2, and that links up back there. Is that correct? That's correct. There you go. There's the outline. So you can see the shape. I think first thing we do is just complete the hair. Now, figuring this out is going to be a little bit annoying. Quite frankly, I think 2 blocks of dirt, bit of sand on top of the dirt. As simple as that. Actually, in that case, we might as well just do all the cherry now. 1, 2, 3. Four, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And is it just 1 cherry here? 1 cherry here. There you go, done. That's Madeline's face. That's all the sand and cherry we need. And so that's pink. Is this black? This is black. That's black. That's grey. Oh, wonderful. Again, I mean, the rest of his hair is just pink. Right? Yeah. You'll fill out more details later, but for now, this is literally just all pink. I've deliberately tried to find builds which work with the wall that Ollie has. I'm trying to focus on the materials that we have loads of. Alright, let's jump down. Never mind. Great. Alright. Let's swim over to this island, make sure everything despawns. How big is a chunk? For there's 64 blocks by 64. I don't want to comment too much on like what I think of the way Minecraft is programmed, because the Minecraft developers are far more talented than I will ever be. But at the very least, I can say their design philosophy is strange. I think binding everything to chunks like this does not make sense. Because I think making it so the crops grow when they're not in the same chunk as you is not fucking difficult. It really isn't. It's literally a tiny bit of data. It should not be crashing the game. Maybe implement a system to detect if it is taking up a lot of performance, and then do go ahead and make it that way. But it should not be the standard. It should not be necessary whatsoever. Honestly, I think she maybe needed to be a little bit further to the left. It was fine. Yeah. So that, and like make it so that you don't need to make an AI wander from a distance, but you can make AI, say, eat grass from a distance. Basic shit. You can make AI grow up from distance. So it's literally just tiny bits of math. The game can absolutely handle that. Cool. All right. Okay, so all right. Here, I think we need. Is that light blue? Is that light blue or should it be cyan? No, I know what I'm gonna do. Okay, we're gonna use all three. Put all of you away. Okay. So cyan. Nope. Wait, that's cyan. That's cyan done. And I think we make this light blue. And I think we make this regular blue. I think that's Madeline's shirt. Yeah, I think that works. Holy shit. I cooked. I think I cooked. I think that works. Holy shit, is dead on. Oh my god. It's actually gonna perfect. Dead ass. Holy shit, I've done it. Alright. Now I just need brown. Right. I am literally just gonna, for now, just fill this in with brown. Alright. Cool. Yeah, okay, so we want more detail on brown. That's that does not look as good as the rest. Noticeably so. Okay. So what if I put dirt down instead? Alright, okay, alright, I see. Okay, um, so let me save for wall. Right, I'll keep that. I Man, I don't think I streamed What Remains of Edith Finch. That was a fantastic game. Again, another example of people that say walking sims aren't valid fucking games. It's just fucking ridiculous. Like you can absolutely criticize walking sims for many things. Um, Discounting an entire genre is ridiculous. No matter the circumstances, especially in the case of a fucking walking sim game. Because I think walking sims, you can say, are actually better than a bunch of other game genres. I think that's a defensible point. Because walking sims are extremely open with what they allow you to do. You can do anything you want with them because they're so undefined. I think that's great. I think it's really good. To me, her trousers are a little bit too baggy, but I have copied the design pixel for pixel, so I think Madeline just has baggy trousers. Is it pixel for pixel? Is that 100% accurate? Yeah, it's 100% accurate. Madeline just has baggy trousers. I don't know what to say, man. Oh no, no. Okay, let's Louis like that. That might be enough. No, okay. Um, make this gray. Doesn't really look any different. Just add like a little bit of blend between her shirt and the trousers. I think this is too far. I think that's better. It's about as good as we're gonna get. There's quite a few further shades of like blue, but again, it's actually the same shade as Garchomp is supposed to be. So yeah, we're not gonna get that color. But other than that, I think it's spot on. I'm actually so happy with that. Other than tiny bit of the transition between the trousers to the shirt, other than that, is 100% spot on. So I think that you could say that's my best one yet. I would like to add a little bit of detail to her hair though. There are a couple pixels of it which do have a slight different shade of it. They're not purple though, they're darker pink. I'm not really sure how to do that, so I might just put some grey blocks in. That face is actually so good. I'm so happy with her face. The skin in general is just fantastic. Um, I don't think it's gonna work for Kathy. Kathy, of course, does have slightly darker skin, slightly tanned, so I don't think that skin tone will work for Kathy. But I mean, any other white people, it worked great for them. Alright. So how's that look like if that's grey? Fucking became that like CIA dude talking about how they topple countries for fun. That's actually worse. Now it looks like a grey hair. What we need here is a darker pink. We don't really have that. So honestly, like the shade of pink is slightly off, but this is literally pink wool. It cannot get more accurate than this. I think we're just going to leave it be. It's not 100% accurate, but it's like 99%. That's really good. I'm really happy with that. How long did that take? 40 minutes into a stream. So like maybe half an hour? It's really good. Alright. Let's go make a Luma. Which will be more complicated than that, I think. But not too much more. But yeah, for this one I am going to have to improvise a little bit. So I do have, for this one I have several reference images, so I'm going to try to like make a conglomerate of. By the way, these reference images are not necessarily other pixel art. They're not necessarily other artists' drawings. Like for some of these I've been looking at like beads. Where they like take like these coloured beads and put them together. I used to have some of those. They're cute. But yeah, so that's actually been my main source of references. So apparently, for some fucking reason, if you Google Pokemon sprites, for some reason, no one fucking has them somehow. You really would have thought those things would be incredibly famous and all over the internet, but it actually takes a good bit of searching to find a good rip. I didn't have to go digging on the internet, but I mean, like, you would have thought if you search Sylveon Box Sprite, it would be the first result, right? You really would have thought so, but no, it's like fucking a whole page down. Yeah, so for Luma, we need black. We need black, we need orange, we need yellow, we need white, and maybe a bit of blue in the eyes as well. Oh, and we didn't do the dash lines for Madeline. Okay, we'll do those when we get back. Okay, so hang on to. I'm gonna hang on to cyan and light blue wool. Put the regular blue wool away. Well, hang on to this a little bit. And yeah, this Luma I'm gonna do like above Madeline's head, upper right. So this one, what I'm likely going to do is I'm likely going to make it first. I'm just going to make it entirely out of yellow, and then I will go back once it's done, and then change it to be orange and have a gradient. Oh dear. Why's there a sand pillar there? What happened? Who's watching me right now? See what someone is. I don't think we need any grey. Don't need any. Actually, we might use brown. Nah, okay. Yeah, hang on to brown, hang on to these, and then we're going to go with 3 stacks of orange, and 3 stacks of yellow will hopefully be enough. Honestly, 1 more stack of each. 2 stacks of brown should be good. Okay, and then we need to go back up to a base and give them back their sand. I'm really curious as to if these are hollow or not. I'm so tempted. I need to know. It's just black, okay. They are hollow. Jolly good. If I do grow any particular attachment to one skin, I think I will go ahead and make some art of them as well. I would like to do both forms of pixel art, since this is so far turning out decent enough. I have seen people on the Until Then subreddit doing Catherine pixel art before. I didn't mean to start calling her Catherine every time, but I kind of have. Holy shit, the bean looks extra saucy tonight. Sand. Not forgetting anything else, am I? Something just made a beep sound. I don't know if it was. I have no clue who it was. I have no clue what made that beep sound. There's any number of things it could have been. It could be in the PlayStation 5, it could be in the TV, it could be in the Wii, it could be my phone, it could have been what my parents are listening to next door. I have no clue what the fuck that noise was. But nothing's blown up, so I'm going to ignore it. It's not any kind of beep I've heard before. So I really have no clue what to make of it. The thing with Illuma is that I've seen other people make pixel art of them before. You don't want to go too hard on the gold. If you go too hard on it, it doesn't match the game. And the game is a fairly subtle gradient, but people tend to go just like it starts brown, then it goes orange, and then it goes yellow. And it's like it doesn't quite match. And so with Luma, it's a fair bit of skill in getting a gradient right. So I'm a little bit scared in that regard. Also hoping scale-wise they make sense. I think they're they're probably gonna end up being like just as big as Madeline, which obviously I wouldn't want that. Ideally, they'd be like the same size as Madeline's head, but for that, they'd need to be like fucking 5 blocks tall. That's a problem with working on this scale. Even small things are gonna end up being big. Which in some ways can be an advantage if you're looking to fill out the page as quick as possible. Does Genshin have like pixel art anywhere? No, I'm not thinking about fucking Kinich. Like, does Genshin or Star Rail have pixel art anywhere? God, I don't want to care about Star Rail. Like, I do like that game. Aspects of it, very specific aspects of it. But it's just too much. And honestly, I probably, if I weren't more attached to Genshin, I probably would have given up Genshin by now as well, if I'm being real. But it's not like I could give up Genshin. But, like, I do still have some faith in the game getting better. And on top of that, I own enough stuff in Genshin that, like, the tide may just turn. Like, if Overload teams in Genshin ever become meta, I've got it. If Freeze becomes meta, like it has right now, I've got it. I'm kind of in a state where I can handle anything. Whereas, like, if I were to take on a new gacha, it wouldn't work. Persona 5 for fans. Wait, let me actually check real quick. It's not on consoles, is it? I don't think it was. Persona. Persona 5 4, Persona 5 Reload, Persona 5, Persona 5 Royal, Persona 4 Golden, Persona 5 Strikers, Persona 3 Portable, Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight, Persona 5 Tactica, Persona 3 Dancing in Starlight, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, Metaphoric Fantasio. Okay, yeah, Persona 5X is not on PlayStation, so I do not care. I'm not going to play a fucking game exclusively on my phone. I like having the option to play it on my phone. It is bizarre to me that there's some people that call themselves true real gamers and only play games on their phone. Before we do Illuma, we need to add some like dash lines to Madeline here. You know what? We can make like the very edge of her hair cyan. Like when she's recovering from a dash. This is improvised. I think that's enough in that regard. And now, let's just do this. But we're gonna cut that there. Right, then we extend each one by 2 with cyan. Because like when you dash, there's a bit of blue in there as well. Very cool. So now you can see she's actually dashing diagonally down. Nice. I think that's nice. Good addition. If there's some point where I jump in the water and I die, oh boy. Oh boy. Actually, yeah, for that, let's make sure our spawn is set here. Just in case. Honestly, I'm not quite sure about what I did to her hair, but otherwise, I like the streaks. Don't know if any of the lads actually know Celeste, so I do think we will need 2 stacks of blackstone for Luma. We're running low. Won't be hard to get more. Alright, this is everything we need to start. Let's go. Also, I like each of them showing a different aspect of this. Like here, we're using wood now and sand, and we put this a layer up above everything else. Alright, where exactly do we want to put this Luma? How tall is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 blocks high. How high is how high is Madeline? You know something which would be cool? But problem is like what if we had a competition? We got everyone back on the realm. We gave you like a week or something, a couple days, and in that time you get one map, 124 by 124, and you can do whatever you want with it. We have like one week, and at the end of that week we judge who's the best. But keep it anonymous. So like we don't peek on what each other's working on, if at all possible. Which shouldn't be too hard considering again you can't see really so long as you don't look at a map. You can only catch a glimpse of what someone's working on. So you can keep judging impartial. Everyone puts their maps into a chest or something at the end. You pick it out, you look at it, and you're like, this one's shit. And then we decide who's the best pixel artist. That could be cool. Fun little competition. One problem would be the resources. That'd take up probably a lot of resources. And I feel like if we made it so you have to source your own resources, it probably wouldn't go over well. Right. Yeah, how many is Madeline? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's like Voluma was almost as big as Madeline. Not quite. I think it was less than that. Was it? Okay, we just counted Madeline to be 19, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Holy shit, they might be the same size. Or Luma might even be bigger. You can't really shrink it. There's a lot of detail in Luma, of course. They're supposed to be very round and chubby. So you can't really sacrifice detail by squishing them. So we're just gonna have to go for it. And for this one, is that jump doable? Okay. Okay, so it's just which part of Luma do I want that to be? Only time in gaming history that the drowned have been a good idea was in You're Dead Season 2. Where he led to some interesting moments there. But on the whole, I think the drowned is such a fucking stupid idea. You don't need to make the ocean more dangerous. It already poses the unique threat of being able to kill you no matter how well armored you are. Alright, so yeah, again, we're going to make the whole thing yellow for now. Once again, we do the outline first. Four. That's our feet. Two, three, four. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, then I think if we wrap around here, wash, like this, 2, 1, and then this is like the little lip, so when it like boings out, right? Yeah. So when it boings out there. Okay. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Double here. Okay. Let's do 2 singles. Then a double. Triple here. Now let's make this a just sticking my hand up a tiny bit there. Right, double. Two. Yeah, okay, and then here we do 5 down. Alright. 2. And we flip. Right. So now let's fill everything in yellow. Actually, let's do the eyes first before I forget. The eyes are level with the arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, and so the eyes. For the eyes, I think we do a cyan here. And then that, and then 4. So have a tiny bit of blue and a tiny bit of white. And then you want a gap of 2 between those. And then just beat the pattern. It's actually fucking bigger than Madeline. And if we really want, we can just leave it yellow, but I don't want to do that. I want to do a gradient. Otherwise, this is a little bit just too easy. I don't want it to be too annoying to make these, but also don't want it to be too easy. Gotta put some effort in. Awesome. It's so cute. God damn, why can't modern games come up with fucking characters this iconic? Alright, compare the Lumas, right? Compare them to Cappy in Mario Odyssey. Which one is better? Okay? If you dare fucking say Cappy, you'll get crucified with a stake. And rightfully so. That's a fucking stupid take. It's what I was saying earlier, like, Mario Odyssey is extremely fun, but like it doesn't stay with you, right? The best game is one which is fun and somehow stays with you. Mario Galaxy stays with you because of its intense, brilliant atmosphere, which makes it really stand out from every other Mario game, because no other Mario game really has atmosphere like that. I mean, every game has some kind of atmosphere, but Mario Odyssey is just like jazz, and Mario Sunshine is stress. But Mario Galaxy has so much atmosphere in so many different ways, because every level is completely different. It's brilliant, it's genius. Alright, so now to figure out how to do the gradient. Oh boy, okay, I might actually need some more reference images. I want to find some more. Alright, I'm gonna do it in like layers, and I want to see how it looks. Alright, so we can get rid of all of that. 2 stacks of orange, 2 stacks of yellow. Just get 1 stack of brown out. Okay. I'm gonna make the feet brown. And I think that's where I'll have a brown end. Okay, I think this also brown. The very tip here also brown. And this here brown. Alright. And then we do orange as like a layer above brown. So orange there. Orange there. But it's not a subtle enough transition between yellow and orange. Yeah, I feel like it is. The brown actually blends better than the orange does. Yeah, the orange just doesn't work. Okay, so change of plans. What was brown is now orange. What was orange is now brown. There we go. What are you doing? What are you doing? Right, then we're gonna have just like a line of around here. And then I'm gonna have to go down and pick up all these blocks. I think the blue in the Luma's eyes is very important. I see a lot of people don't include it. I can understand why. I think it's very important. It's a tiny little twinge of sadness to them. Because obviously, I mean, Mario Galaxy 1 ends with them fucking killing themselves. I really don't get why Miyamoto was like, Mario games with plots? Nah. Kinda cringe, man. Also kinda cringe. Wait, do you have anything valuable? No. That was pretty brutal, even by my standards. I feel bad about that. Hey, 2-3 leads though. I do feel like a monster for that. I think I really got that like waving motion down kind of purposely there. It's just the gradient, which is the hard part of this. So you're doing a gradient with very poppy colours. These colours pop really well. And so that means that if you fuck up a gradient, it's really noticeable. It's one of those things to either get perfectly, or it's fucking unbearable to look at. And yeah, I am kind of just improvising here. I'm doing my own intuition here. I definitely still think we need some kind of like in-between stage. Orange is too orange. brown is too brown here. Okay. Change of plans again. Let's make everything yellow again. And I'm not giving up. I want to restart fresh. And I think we're going to do it very subtly. Very little usage of orange. No more than 1 block thick at any one time. And I do think we're going to go for a subtle gradient rather than a more noticeable one. If we had more shades of yellow to work with, we could go for a subtler one, but I think for this we just do like a little bit of effect by the feet, basically. Hey, by the end of this I can say I did 5 different pixel art drawings in a single day with my first time doing pixel art. I've never done pixel art before. Like, I mean like, just period. I did 2 pixel art drawings for my project at uni. You can see those drawings in my video playthrough. They're not very good ones. That was the first time I ever did pixel art. And I haven't done it since then. This is my second time ever doing pixel art. Right, so we literally put brown in just at the very bottom. How does that look? Shit, wait. Right. Not too much. Even that is like just too much, I think. Actually, no, honestly, I think it's perfect. Any more, and it would be too much. What if we bring this a block up? You can actually see like some of the other stuff's actually getting shaded. That is so weird the way that's happening. I'm half convinced I'm just imagining that. I mean, in theory, we should see 3 blocks lowered here, but I can at most see 1. How about now? Yeah, I don't know if that's doing anything. This thing is vibrant visuals, effects, and map. So. I think that is about as good as it's going to get. It's very subtle, very subtle. I think we can maybe do a tiny bit more. It needs to be perfectly calculated. It's literally like one or two blocks. And yeah, and if it ever is more than one block thick, it looks like too much. It needs to blend really nicely with the yellow. All right. One orange here. One here. Maybe one here. No, that's too much. I think that's okay. Let's try making this a whole line. I think that works. Barely, but I think it works. I think we maybe make this water brown. I think that's okay. If you want this side to be like a little bit further forwards, like this side is like at an angle to you. So that's why this side is more vibrant because it's more golden. I think that works. I feel like at this point, the more I fuck with it, the worse it will get. So I think I cut my losses and run. Just leave it at this. And I think this is pretty good. And this gets me to bed at a reasonable time. Awesome. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think is as good as you could get really with this shading. If I could, I would definitely get like more yellow, but we don't have more yellows. Again, the problem is orange. If it was a darker shade of yellow, it'd work better. But we have yellow, orange, and brown to work with, rather than just two different shades of the same color. And because of that, we have to be really conservative. Alright, awesome. I'm happy with it. Why is it making more of a dent on the lighting than anything else. It's on the same height level. Frick, that actually scared me. Well, so yeah, problem with this is against the fucking sun. Is he still fucking shooting me? I feel bad because we're now making all these trips without our horse. At some point, they did an update where horses don't fit in boats anymore. They used to, they don't anymore. I wonder if pandas still fit in boats. Also, yeah, is this that makes me realise you can actually write on both sides of a sign? It's also this making me realise the stick is in the design of a log. I really should have figured that out before now, but somehow I didn't. Oh, that's a bit embarrassing. Hello, Harvey. How are you? Doing good, missus? Careful, tail stuck on the controller. Missus, you give off way too much fur. Lila doesn't give off as much fur as you do. It's bad. I got a PlayStation. It fucking sucks that shit up like it's going out of fucking fashion, mate. Not sustainable. Don't lie down onto my phone. Please. Happy. No. Happy, I need that. Big. Now can I lie down? I'm sorry, missus, you can lie down. No, I think maybe it's because maybe my house is like right on a chunk border. So maybe when I take the underground route out of my house, I pass over a chunk border. That's why the monsters do spawn. That would explain a lot. I'd like to do something using slime blocks, because we have so many of them. But I don't know what. Okay, and now I need to check that doing that didn't fucking break it. 'Cause knowing this thing, it could have. I still need to build an actual dock. I have no clue whose boats these are. More boats just keep appearing. There's now 4 here. Look, 5. There's 5 boats here. I think maybe one of them is mine. Otherwise, I have no clue. I need to check on Ghastly. I haven't seen him in a while. Also, I do have some more ideas for builds now. I could replicate some things from Outer Wilds, I was thinking. Hey Ghastly, how you doing? Doing good? Wonderful. Alright. Oops, sorry. The kitties. Alright. Oh, there we go. So tomorrow, potentially more pixel art, potentially some new builds. I have some new build ideas. I'm gonna write them down before I forget them. Right, TC, I'm gonna go write down more building ideas. Very good. I'm happy with what I got done today. By tomorrow, if I'm not already at 100 hours on the realm, we will hit it tomorrow. 100 hours. Madness already. Jolly good.